Okay, Becky.
This comes from John Hegarty at Brightstar Capital Partners, who writes, Warren, you're stepping down from the Kraft Heinz board at a time when the company is looking to do a large acquisition, Unilever, for example. Do you fundamentally disagree with the combative nature of hostile bids, activist investing, and competitive proxy contests?
Well, we will not make hostile tenders ourselves. I do not believe that there's anything fundamentally wrong with the idea. I mean, if you take the Fortune 500 companies, I'm sure that all 500 are not managed by the best, or in some cases even the friendliest to investor and managements in the world. So I don't think it's evil or anything to conduct a hostile offer for a company. It's just we won't do it, and we don't want to get into that. We like being liked by the managements that we join because we're counting on them to run the company, and we're not bringing in a whole bunch of people that know how to change businesses. We seldom take a position opposite to management, very seldom, on anything involving a proxy contest of sorts, but we don't rule it out. We don't think every management is entitled to be, that they don't have a lifetime hold on their business, but it's not our style at all well, we won't do it in terms of initiating it ourselves, and we'd be very, very, very unlikely to support the contest. But we have voted against a couple of propositions over 50 years that managements have had made in relation to stock options. We withheld a vote at Coca-Cola a few years ago to express our opinion. But we don't think it's evil for the shareholders, in some cases, to have different opinions about who should run the company or whether compensation is appropriate or matters of that sort. The stockholders still own the company. Charlie?
I've got nothing to add to that. I don't envy these people that are in these unfriendly uproars all the time. Imagine doing that after you were already rich. It's insane.
Yeah, we are definitely not looking for it. But there are certainly companies that deserve challenge. I mean, and they propose things that deserve challenge occasionally. But again, it's not our main activity. And the question was asked in reference to Kraft Heinz. The people at 3G are great managers. They've been wonderful partners. I had made a determination before we got involved there. I was going to be on no more public boards. I'd been on 19 of them, and it takes a lot of time. And they asked me if I'd go on for a while, and I did. But it really is like 7.5 days or something. And if you're on a bank board, it may be quite a bit more than that. I mean, they're just being on a public board, and usually means quarterly meetings plus maybe an extra one. And at 87, I think I've now learned what happens, and it's fine. But I don't want to spend 7.5 days a year when maybe I can call up people that I trust and admire who are on the board, and in 5 minutes, we find out what's going on or whatever it may be, any questions that come up. And so we are their partners and delighted to be their partners. And now we have 2 people on the board of Kraft Heinz, and they can do the traveling and I can stay home. Charlie, how many public, you're on Costco, of course, but over your lifetime, how many public boards?
Well, Costco, except for something like the Daily Journal where I own part of it, Costco is the only public board
You were on Kansas
There wasn't
City Power,
Berkshire or something I owned personally.
Yeah.
I was on Kansas City Power and Light. Boy, that goes way back. But basically, it hasn't happened. I don't envy people who float around to a lot of different board meetings.
No, generally speaking, you have very little influence and spend a lot of time. And the trouble is, if you're going to a board meeting, particularly if you get to be international, and sometimes they feel they have to have one that's international, they feel they have to take up a fair amount of your time, or it wouldn't have been worth coming, thousands of miles for. So you get a lot of this show and tell stuff, and that I find my mind drifting. Okay.